welcome back to Vampire 218 Explains Mutants and Masterminds. In this episode, we are going to be talking about hero points. Now, hero points, or as the search reference document calls them, victory points, are a resource that every player gains access to. Each player gains 1 hero point to start a session, and hero points have various uses. In addition to being a resource used to activate certain advantages, they can also be used on their own for, well, a plethora of effects. The first of these effects is edit scene, and what this means is, well, you quite literally edit the scene. A prime example could be if you are in a building with a fire, there could be a conveniently placed fire extinguisher through an edit scene. The next one of these uses is heroic feat, and heroic feat allows you to say, I am going to gain 1 rank of an advantage for a turn. Please be aware you cannot gain fortune advantages like this, and if the advantage does have prerequisites, you must have them. Improved roll is our next use of hero points, and it lets you re-roll with quite a substantial benefit. If you roll 10 or below on an improved roll use of hero point, you increase the result by 10. For example, if I were to roll a 10 on the dice, that would be treated as a 20, not a natural 20, however. If I were to roll an 11 on the dice, however, this does not receive the plus 10 bonus because 11 is greater than 10. Inspiration is another use of hero points, and it's getting a hint from your GM. Sometimes you get stuck and need a little bit of assistance, and what inspiration lets you do is get a little bit of a hint or a clue. Instant counter is another use of hero points, and it states that for the use of the hero point, you may attempt to counter an ability that an opponent is using. There are extensive rules for countering effects that we will discuss in a later video. Recover is the last primary use of hero points, and it allows you to remove a dazed, fatigued, or stunned condition without taking an action. Now, you may be asking yourself at this point, hero points sound great, I would love to use them. How do I do so? And how do I get them? Well, you get hero points generally for encountering a complication. See complications in a previous video. When your hero is faced with something that causes them to make a difficult choice based on a complication, or face adversity based on a complication, you generally gain a hero point. An example of this might be if you are weak to fire damage and the enemy is using fire, you will gain 1 hero point when that enemy attacks you. The complication being that you are weak to fire, and whatever that means for your specific character. In order to use a hero point, all you have to do is say, I would like to use a hero point for this use. You propose the use to your GM, and it takes a reaction. This can be done at any time, I believe, as long as you're conscious. Please be aware that the GM has ultimate say on use of hero points and can deny certain uses of hero points. Thank you for tuning into this episode of Vampire 218 Explains Mutants and Masterminds. I hope to see you in the next episode, and I sure hope this was informative for you.